The Srimad Bhagavatam shows clearly how chasing down mere material goals such as fame, opulence, and material education can be a great stumbling block to one's real deeper interests. And this can be addictive. The more one has, the more one thinks he needs, and one spends endless moments in anxiety thinking about how to protect what one has accrued, or hankering for things he hasn't accrued. Nature will ultimately take everything away from us, including youth, beauty, intelligence, and family and friends. Everything will be lost. Why should we accept such an imposition? The Srimad Bhagavatam's advice is life should be directed toward knowledge, sacrifice, with self-imposed austerity and sense control, a balanced approach. Thus, a full and satisfying life can be achieved with realistic expectations and progressive paths trodden. As previously indicated, the Bhagavatam represents the breathing of Vishnu, who lies in the superior subjective realm. Providing one is careful to live a life according to how divinity recommends, such recommendations given by divinity are designed for our protection and our well-being, and imposed upon those who may wish to harm us. Our leaders should take note of such injunctions. Life is meant for cultivating happiness and love, with the progression of inner knowledge that culminates in the love of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everyone's occupations and duties, consisting of different varieties of skills and knowledge, are meant to be carried out as a sacrifice, pleasing others and ultimately pleasing Krishna or divinity, who is always our greatest well-wisher. If Krishna is pleased, automatically everyone is pleased, as much as watering the root of a plant benefits all the leaves. Krishna's plan for everyone is perfect. This is our only hope, and it is realized and achieved through selecting or following leaders with deep wisdom who are actually following the process themselves without speculations or self-motives. Modern societies having incapable leaders and subjective scientific thinkers presenting their subjective thinking as fact-based science to the world, thus misdirecting society and clouding the essential purpose of life, which is consciousness cultivation, along with deep respect and love for all beings. The modern leaders and economists are ignorant of progressive life. They are like thieves who plunder the God-given energies, then take them to their hideout and say to each other, "Let's distribute the booty fairly." The purchasing and trading of currency, derivatives, commodities, and energy markets spring to mind. Open, honest dealings are essential for all. That is the law of the Vedas. Such ignorant leaders create bad, crooked economics and unlimited advertising selling this idea to the public. A life of unbridled sense satisfaction and no holds barred, where the material mind is allowed to wander or desire, with animalistic sense satisfaction as the only goal. This sets everyone against each other as well as nations. The Bhagavatam strongly disagrees and condemns such irrational and harmful lifestyles and behavior, and indicates such materialism is a great entrapment, causing increasing harm to individuals, communities, nations, and ultimately nature itself, along with all the species of life. Such self-imposed entrapments are operating within the laws operated by divinity and under his full control. There is a jurisdiction given, and free will is allowed, but followed by deterministic reactions. Reactions within a supreme justice system. It's a planned and prescribed administration, a prison of the material world, engineered and overseen by divinity, with scientific connections on the ethereal, atomic and classical plane, linked to the way we think, act and deal with each other and nature, the many possibilities of a mental state playing out in the many possibilities of an atomic realm. The Srimad Bhagavatam explains how such actions within matter are connected to the universal order, which are automated in macro and micro worlds, namely the great Mahatattva, the total material energies, and the universal order, Mahavishnu, who is surrounded by his own energy. With total energies combined down to the hundreds of nano machines in every cell coded with specific information in both the physical and ethereal planes that build individual bodies in 8,400,000 different ways. The three modes of nature given in the Vedas as goodness, passion, and ignorance mix and combine like an artist's palette, mixing the primary colors together. Thus 3 times 3, 9 times 9, 81 times 81, ad infinitum. This creates unlimited bodies and situations for the jiva within the material realm. But within such structure, there is always free will and determinism. At any time one can leave such self-made entanglements. The 4th canto, chapter 22, describes the advice of the 4 Kumaras. Text 23 indicates avoiding overly attached money men and ambitious materialists whose only goal is lust and greed, and who harm others and misdirect others. Instead, one should take note of the Vedas and its prescribed methods, and ultimately one should hear and learn to appreciate the nectar of Krishna Leela and Krishna's activities in all his various forms as given in the Vedas.